How y'all doing, good people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers, so please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. If you want up to 15 free stocks, Moomoo is going to give you up to 15 free stocks. When you open a new Moomoo brokerage account, they're going to give you up to 15 free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app. When you put $100 in your Moomoo brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. When you put $1,000 in your Moomoo brokerage account, they're going to give you 15 free stocks. Don't delay. Act today. This is a limited time offer, guys. So get down there in that description box and click on that Moomoo link. Open up your new Moomoo brokerage account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. I'm going to also send you my wealth transfer blueprint video that covers my 3 big boy blue chip paper assets that I'm going to be buying in 2024 and beyond to double my net worth over the next 10 years. Once you open your Moomoo account, let me know you've opened it, you funded it, and I'll send you that video so that you can check out what I'm going to be investing my money in. You can copy my plan or you can create your own plan. I just want to give you some framework and some guidelines of what I'm doing that may be of interest to you. So I'll send you that video. I'm going to also extend to you guys a Moomoo tutorial video that I did, where I basically went into the Moomoo app and I'll walk you guys through how to make your first trade. I also walk you through other areas of the app that'll be helpful and beneficial to you as you start your journey of building your wealth, getting to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I will send you both of those videos. All you got to do is open up your Moomoo account, click on that link down in the description box, open up your Moomoo account, put some money in your Moomoo account, and then send me an email letting me know you've done that and you want those 2 videos, the wealth transfer blueprint video and the Moomoo tutorial video. And I'll send both of those to you. No problem at all. Well, guys, we got a lot to cover today. We want to talk about this opportunity that I believe is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I'm going to continue reiterating that every single week to you guys, because I don't want you to miss this opportunity to put some net worth in your pocket. I don't want you to miss this opportunity. So it's my job as a provider of information, specifically financial information, it's my job to remind you of this. It's also my job to keep this in front of my mind because I'm always getting new subscribers to this YouTube community. Every month, guys, I'm adding, 10, 15,000 new subscribers. So it's my job to make sure I continue to reiterate these basic financial principles that are going to get you to wealth, right? This opportunity that's happening right now, guys, it is an opportunity a lot of us have been waiting on. A lot of us were devastated in the 2008 great financial crisis. We were devastated. A lot of us lost everything. We lost our stock market portfolios. We lost our real estate. A lot of us lost our businesses. And this is an opportunity for a lot of us who went through that 2008 great financial crisis to really rebuild our net worth. This is also an opportunity for you brand new folks who may have never understood how to build wealth. Maybe you're just a hardworking person. You're living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe you got high interest rate credit card debt. Maybe you got student loan debt. right? Maybe you just fell on some hard financial times. So for all of us, we're equal at this point. We are equal. The difference between people who build wealth and people who don't build wealth is financial literacy and taking action, right? The people that build wealth just have decided to open their minds up to how to build wealth. And once they've opened their minds up and they've captured that information, they have done what? Executed, taken action, followed the steps. That's all you got to do. That's all we're going to talk about today is how to follow the basic financial steps. And if we do that long enough and we take our income and we invest it in the right assets, in 10 years, guys, a lot of us will have wealth. And a lot of you might be saying, well, Richard, you know, some guy on YouTube said you got to have $10 million before you're considered wealthy. Some guy over here on TikTok said you need $5 million to consider yourself wealthy. Somebody said you need this. Somebody said you need that. I've always told you guys, who defines wealth? Who defines wealth for you? You define wealth for you, not some joker on YouTube, not some gal on TikTok, not some dude who wears a suit and got got a manicure, got a little fingernails painted. No, not those people. You define it. So don't let some sharp talking, slick looking, well-dressed, Rolex wearing, jet flossing, Lambo driving, no, mansion renting. Don't let any of those people tell you what wealth is. You define wealth. See, for me, wealth is about what? Being able to take care of my lifestyle and not have to worry about money. See, that's wealth to me. It's not defined by me having $10 million. It's defined by, do I have enough assets that generate enough income to pay for my lifestyle? That's wealth to me. See, wealth to me is when I don't have to work to generate money. That's wealth to me. I ain't saying nothing about no $10 million. I ain't saying nothing about no, listen, guys, that's the trap. See, the 1% sets this trap for you where they have people telling you, oh yeah, you're not well off unless you have 10 mil. 10 mil is the number. If you ain't got 10 mil, you ain't well off. You ain't wealthy. That's hogwash. Being wealthy ain't got nothing to do with no $10 million. Being wealthy has everything to do with assets that generate enough income to take care of your lifestyle. When you do nothing, that's wealth. And that's what we're going to talk about today. How do you get to that point in your life? How do you go from where you're at today to financial freedom tomorrow? If you follow these steps, guys, you'll get there. Now, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. It ain't like what we hear on YouTube and TikTok and, hey, it's super easy. You don't have to do nothing. No, you'll be making $10,000 a week. All you got to do is get into my Discord. All you got to do is get behind this paywall and pay me $50 a month. Oh, yeah, it's easy. It takes you 1 year. Oh, for some of y'all, it's only 6 months. No, guys, that's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. It's a bold-faced lie. No, you're going to put some work in. You're going to pay the price. You're going to pay the financial price if you want to get to that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So if you ain't willing to pay the price, you're in the wrong live stream. This ain't the live stream where I'm going to tell you, oh, everything's going to be great. We're all deserving of it. We'll all get there. All you got to do is just be positive and just keep the faith, keep praying. That's all good stuff to do, but that ain't going to get you to that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You can pray all you want to. If you ain't got some action behind those prayers, you ain't gonna get there. You ain't gonna get there. You can read as many books as you want to. Go right ahead. Listen to all the podcasts. Go right ahead. If you don't execute And if you don't take your income and put it in something that multiplies it, you ain't gonna get there. I don't care if you're a Harvard graduate or didn't graduate from high school at all. It don't matter. See, it doesn't matter how educated you are, guys, when it comes to books and this educational system that the 1% is set up for you. See, that's the trap. They got you thinking the more degrees you have, the higher you up on that food chain from an educational standpoint, the better off you build wealth. That's bullcrap. That's bullcrap. Don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with having higher education if that's what you want to pursue, but they ain't got nothing to do with you building wealth. Ain't got nothing to do with you building wealth. Building wealth is about what? Taking your income. Number one tool to build wealth, income. Number two tool to build wealth is what? What you do with that income. I keep telling y'all, you can give me a guy or a gal making 50 grand a year, but got the right behaviors with money. I'll take that guy or gal over somebody making $500,000 a year with the wrong behavior with money. I'll take that 50,000 K earner all day long, put my money on them all day long to build wealth. These people over here making $500,000 a year, no type of financial commitment to wealth building. All they living in is the present, taking their money and spending it on things that don't build wealth. Give me the 50K earner with the right behavior with money over the 500K earner with the wrong behavior with money. I'll show you one that'll build wealth. That's that 50K guy or gal. All day long. It's about behavior with money, guys. It's about what you do between these two ears. It's about the commitment you're willing to make to your financial freedom. Now, here are some things that'll help you along the way. Now, let's start with real quick. I'm not going to go in depth. But real quick, here are the 4 financial principles real quick, and then we're going to dive into the rest of this stuff. Real quick, this sets the stage, guys. For all this stuff I'm going to talk about, this sets the stage. Live on less than what you make. Live on a plan, which is a financial budget. Stay out of consumer debt. Save and invest. Those are the 4 principles you should be writing down right now and living by. Let me give them to you one more time, and then we're moving on. Live on less than what you make. Live on a plan, which is a financial personal budget. Stay out of consumer debt. Save and invest. That's the 4 financial principles that you need to build your financial life around. Now, once you start that and you commit to that, here are some things that go along with that. Let's start with 5 things you should not be spending your money on right now if you want to build wealth. 5 things you should not be spending your money on. Number 1, luxury cars. You should not be spending money on luxury cars right now, guys. You shouldn't be. Matter of fact, you should be limiting the amount of money that you spend. You should be trying to get the cheapest, most inexpensive car you can find, as long as it's reliable. That's what you should be really doing. I would say none of us who are in the building stage of wealth should be paying more than $10,000 for a car. None of us. If we're in the building stage of wealth. And here's why, guys. Every dollar you spend for some luxury car or some car that's above and beyond 10 grand, you're taking away from your financial freedom. You're moving yourself further and further away from financial security. You're just making somebody else wealthy. What do I need a $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 car for when I'm dead broke? I got no net worth. I got no emergency fund. I got no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. What in the world do I need a $50,000 vehicle for? What do I need that for? I don't. We're in the building stage of wealth. We got to be careful spending money on cars. You should not have a car more than $10,000. It should be $10,000 or less, and preferably pay for it in cash. Or if you do got to go get a loan, make sure it's under $10,000 loan. And that car just needs to be dependable, guys. See, remember I'm telling you, I've told y'all, you don't get the reward at the beginning. Not if you're trying to build wealth. You don't get the reward at the beginning. You get the reward at the end. No reward. Everybody that's trying to get a reward at the beginning, at the start, guess what happens to them a lot of times? When they get to the end, they got nothing. They got nothing because they spent it all up here making somebody else wealthy at the beginning, at the start. So don't fall in that trap. Cars are a trap. They are a depreciating asset. They take money out of your pocket. They do not put money in your pocket. I've already told y'all guys the definition of an asset. A definition of an asset is something that puts money in your pocket every month. The definition of a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket every month. Cars are liabilities. Cars are money pits. Cars will keep you broke and you will never get to your financial freedom. Why would I spend $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 having a $700, $800, $900 a month car payment, $1,000 a month car payment, and I'm dead broke? I got no net worth. I ain't even participating in my company-sponsored 401k program because I'm out here driving around in a $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 car, trying to let the world know I'm successful. It's a trap, guys. It's the trap of the 1%. You should not be spending your money on that. Did you know you shouldn't be spending no more than 10% of your take-home pay on cars? And I don't mean just a monthly car payment. I'm talking about gas, insurance, and car payment. You shouldn't be spending no more than 10% on gas, insurance for that car, and the car payment if you got one. No more than 10% of your take home, not your gross, your take home. So if my take home is $3,000 a month, I shouldn't be spending no more than $300 a month on my car payment, my car insurance, and the gas to put in that car. No more than that. If you're spending more than that, you ain't trying to build wealth. You just out here flossing, trying to keep up with the Joneses, make people think you're doing better than you're doing. That's all you're doing. You're just throwing away money to the 1%. If you're spending more than 10% of your take-home pay, and like I said, guys, that includes gas, that includes insurance, and the payment, all rolled up into one. Can't be more than 10% of your take-home. Well, golly, Richard, my take-home is $10,000 a month. So what are you telling me? I should be able to spend $1,000 on my car? No, that's not what I'm telling you. No. What I'm telling you is you got to make that call. If you want to get to that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, why in the hell would you be spending $1,000 a month on a car payment and you ain't in the enjoyment stage of wealth? If you're in a building stage of wealth, why would you do that? Who does that benefit? That benefits the 1%. Of course, they'd love to give you a nice BMW that you're paying $1,000 a month car payment and it's depreciating like a heavy rock hitting a bed of water. You ever seen a rock? Boom. Go right to the bottom. That's exactly what's happening to your money. You're building wealth for somebody else. $1,000 a month car payment, guys, come on. Really? Really? $800 a month car payment? Really? And you ain't even got an emergency fund? You can't even save for your golden years? You got, come on, really? It's a rule of thumb. But what I'm telling you is, if you're in the building stage of wealth, you should not have a car over $10,000. That's my belief. You do whatever you want to do. It's your financial freedom. I'm just trying to give you the best opportunity to get there and get there quickly. If you want to get there over the next 10 years, you got to do something really, 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 really aggressive to get there in 10 years. You got to be aggressive, guys. You got to be aggressive on investing. Every dollar you take and spend to make the 1% wealthy, you don't spend it making you wealthy. See, that's not aggressive. Aggressive is, you know something, even though I'm making $10,000 a month, guess what? I'm going to go get me a little $10,000 car and that's my A to B car, and I'm going to drive that thing to the engine fall out of it. And this $1,000 a month I could have been putting in a car payment, I'm gonna take that $1,000 a month and I'm gonna put it in something that builds wealth, that pays me 8% a year compound interest or compound growth. And if I can get that 8% on that $1,000 over the next 10 years, I do that every month for the next 10 years at an 8% rate of return, I got $250,000. That's how you build wealth. So, or you can take that $1,000 a month and go make the 1% wealthy and drive your BMW. That's depreciating by $20,000 a year as soon as you drive it off the lot. I done been there, guys. I done been there. You got to make a decision. This thing was easy, everybody would be at wealth. There's a reason everybody's not at wealth, because it requires a commitment. It requires a change in your way of thinking. And everybody ain't willing to pay that price. They're not willing to pay it. Number two, and y'all may not like this one, but I'm gonna tell you anyways. House. That's right. House will keep you from getting to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Hear me out. I'm not telling you guys you don't go out and buy a house and do your thing. What I'm telling you is you got to be crystal clear on why you're buying this house. And you got to make sure this house does not take more than 25% of your take-home pay. This house cannot eat up more than 25% of your take-home pay. And again, guys, that ain't just the mortgage payment. That includes what? Property insurance, property taxes. And if you're living in a gated community, HOA fees, plus the mortgage payment. All of that rolled up into one can't be more than 25% of your take home, not your gross, your net. Now here's where we're running into some difficulties though with the house, because see, statistics have already told me through my research that 40% of most Americans' income goes to the house. 40%. See, the average American family makes about $75,000 a year, guys. That's the average American family. They make about $75,000 a year. Here's the rub, though. The average home in America costs $420,000. Yeah, the average home in America costs $420,000. Let's just say this was your first time buying a home and you go get first time home buyers FHA. You put 3.5% down. That's about 15 grand. So the house is 420. You put 15 grand down. You're carrying a mortgage for $405,000 at a 7.5% interest rate. Guess how much that payment is every month? This is just principal and interest. This is not principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. This is just principal and interest. It's about $2,800 a month, just principal and interest. When you tack on insurance and you tack on taxes, because remember, you didn't put 20% down, so you're gonna pay escrows along with the principal and interest. So that balloons your payment every month to about $3,800 a month when you add in the escrows for taxes and insurance. So now your average house is $420,000. You put $15,000 down. You're carrying a mortgage at $405,000 mortgage at a 7.5% interest rate. Your payment is going to be $3,800 a month. That's PITI. Do the math on that. 38 times 12. Can somebody give me what that is in the chat? 38 times 12. Matter of fact, I'll just do it myself, since I got my little handy dandy calculator. 3,800 times 12 is $45,600. Check this out. Average family is making 75. Let's just say 45K is the payment divided by 75,000. That's 60% of your take home, man. Matter of fact, that ain't even 60% of your take home. That's 60% of gross. So if you're in the market to go buy you a house today, because I know a lot of y'all are saying, that's okay, I got a 3.2% mortgage. I got a 2.25% mortgage. I'm in good shape. No, you still got to run the numbers. I don't care what your mortgage rate is. If your pay, your take-home pay is more than 25% of all of those things I added up, insurance, taxes, and mortgage payment, then guess what? You're delaying your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Well, I'm building equity in my house. That's wonderful. Only problem is your house don't produce no income. Your house is a liability because it don't produce income. Your house takes money out of your pocket every month, guys. I don't care if you got $500,000 worth of equity. What good is it if it's not generating no income? It's no good. It's only useful to you when you sell the house. Well, I got $500,000 worth of equity. I'm doing great. In 10 years, I'm just going to sell it. In 10 years, you may not have that $500,000 worth of equity. You don't know what's going to happen to the real estate market. It could go upside down. You could be $500,000 in the plus this year, and in 2 years, you could be $100,000 in the negative. Y'all know how real estate go, man. It's up and down sometimes. All I'm trying to tell you is don't be counting this $500K that you got today in equity in your house as your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Don't do it. Your house, listen, I know having a home is the American dream. That's part of the American dream, and ain't nothing wrong with that, guys. Nothing wrong with it. But what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is, listen, you can have your reward at the beginning, but you're going to suffer at the end. Financially, I promise you. Take your reward up front. Ain't gonna be nothing for you in the back end. I'm just telling you. So if you want to go out and buy these big houses, you want to go out and buy these expensive houses, if you want to go do all of this crazy stuff, these cars and these houses, on the front end, be ready for what's waiting on you on the back end. It ain't gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be pretty. So those are the first two things I recommend you right size. I'm not telling you don't go buy a home. It's your financial freedom. I'm not telling you to go get you a nice fancy BMW or a Mercedes because that's what we like. Oh, golly. Ooh, I'm doing well. I'm driving this S500. Oh, yeah, man. Shoot. $1,000 a month car payment. Another $1,000 every 6 months for insurance. Another $500 a month for gas to fill that big old S500 up. For what? And it's depreciating every single year by $20,000 a click. You go pay $100K for it in 2024. By the time 2026 hits, it's worth $50K. Man, I'm telling y'all, you could have took that $50K, put it in an S&P for the next 10 years and made out like a fat rat. But see, we ain't gonna do that because we over here trying to keep up with the Joneses in this matrix up here where we think things make us successful. Things, what makes us feel good. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. That's the lie they telling you up here in the matrix to keep you illiterate to what real wealth is. Or they tell you some astronomical number. Oh, it's just $10 million. You never get, you need $10 million. I'm like, what? What do you need $10 million for? I mean, unless that's your lifestyle. If that's your lifestyle, go get it. But it ain't my lifestyle. I don't need no $10 million. All I need is $10,000 a month. I need $10,000 a month. That's all I need to live my lifestyle. Matter of fact, I can live my lifestyle on $8,000 a month. So that's what I'm building my wealth for. I'm not building my wealth for no $30,000 a month lifestyle. For what? What do I need $30,000 a month lifestyle for? To do what? Now, each of us gonna have our own little thing, what we want, but I'm just saying it don't make no sense to me, but you do whatever you gotta do. But I will tell you this, you better give up something on the front end if you want everything you want on the back end. If you want the lifestyle you want down the road as you get older, let me tell you a little tip, guys. As you get older, you're gonna be less and less inclined to wanna go trade time for money. See, when you're 20 years old, you're gung-ho, you're just starting out, you got muscles, you're great. You're great. You got stamina, you're young. You can party all night, work all day, do your thing. But as you get older, guys, you get to be my age, 56. You just want the simple things in life. You want to be able to just wake up and do the things you want to do. You don't get that unless you're playing for it. You don't get that unless you give up something in the beginning. See, I gave up something in the beginning so that I could have everything I want in the end. That's what you got to do. Let's move on to number 3. Thing you should not be spending money on. And that's excess travel, guys. We got a problem in this country with excess travel. We do. We got a problem because we feel like we deserve it. I worked hard all week. Let me take this excursion down to the Bahamas. A couple grand, gone. Oh, shoot, it's been a rough month. Let me take this little trip to Disney World. Let me take this trip to Miami. Let me take this trip to wherever you take your trips to. But every time you take one of them trips, guess what it's doing? It's hitting your pocketbook with a grand, 2 grand. You add that up in a year, you done spent 30 grand on excursions. You know what you could have did with that $30,000 over the next 10 years in a nice S&P 500 ETF, guys? You could have really got yourself closer. You could have got yourself closer to the net worth number. You could have got yourself closer to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But that's what we do. Why? Because that's what they tell us to do in the Matrix. See, the Matrix says, you work hard. Live for today. Don't worry about tomorrow. We got your back tomorrow. We're going to give you Social Security. You ain't got to worry about no retirement. We got you. We got you. Just spend it all now. Enjoy your life now. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Why wait till you're 60 to enjoy yourself? Why wait till you're 50 to enjoy yourself? Do it now. Okay. But what happens is when you get to 50 and you get to 60 and you dead broke and your body breaking down, your mind's breaking down, you can't get out and work like you used to, who gonna take care of you? Somebody please tell me, who takes care of you at that point? See, they don't tell you that in the front when you're young and you're running hard and you're doing all. Live now. We got your back. Oh, yeah, they got your back. What, a couple $1,000s a month when you're 60? What is that going to do for you? Not much. Because as we age, guess what happens? Our medical expenses go up. In order to take care of ourselves, that goes up because we're not young anymore. See, when you're young, you don't got to go to the doctor. I mean, when I was young, man, I never went to the doctor, never did checkups. Never had to do none of that stuff. Blood pressure was perfect. Ate what I want, did what I want. But by the time I hit 40, I had to start looking at my little blood work. I'm like, oh, what's going on here now? Got to get that down. Got to get it down. See, as I got older, it's tougher and tougher and tougher to keep things in order, to keep things normal. As your body ages. So a lot of us who are really good today, we may not be really good tomorrow. So my advice is while you're really good today, run hard, take that money and build you some wealth. So if you do get to 50 and things start breaking down, guess what? You can take care of them and not have the stress level that, oh, golly, I got to go to work because I got no money. Give up something today to have everything you want tomorrow. The excess travel is a problem. It's a problem. Stop all the excess travel. Stop it. Give up some of that stuff today. Take that money and put it in assets that'll build wealth for you. Then when you get to the proper time in your life where you've built wealth, travel all you want. Travel all you want. You'll appreciate it more then. Right now, you ain't appreciating it. You appreciate it when you get to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow because you know the work that went in and the sacrifices financially you made to get there. It'll be even sweeter. When I get up in the morning, it's even sweeter for me because I paid the price for 25 years. I paid the price. I paid the price. I'm not saying you got to pay the price for 25 years. Maybe you pay it for 5. Maybe you pay it for 10. I don't know what your financial freedom goals are. What I'm telling you is if you want them, you're going to give up something in the front end to get what you want on the back end. That's what I'm telling you. Excess travel, give it up. What do you mean I can't take a trip? I gotta take a trip. I need memories. Listen, I'll get my memories later. I don't need no memories, and then when I get to the end of the rainbow, I ain't got no gold in my pot. All I got is memories. I want something to be able to take care of me. I'm gonna build some memories on the way. I don't need to go take no $2,500 trip to build no memories. If I want to build memories, I'll just build memories right in my hometown. Get around my family, do a cookout, hang out with my friends, talk about real stuff. Go and volunteer and help people that are less fortunate than you. Those are memories. All this going on $2,500 trips and $3,000 trips, and I'm gonna go around the world trips. I need these memories so I can get on Facebook and act like I'm doing well. So I can get, yeah, that's what we want to do. All we want to do is do it for the gram, do it for Facebook. Yeah, I get it. Everybody you see working out, all they want to do is get on Facebook and get in their little bikini, or the guys, they want to get with the shirt off and show everybody. What is all this? See, that's vanity. That's pride. I keep telling y'all, that's one of the 3 financial killers. Fear, pride, greed. All of that getting on Facebook and showing your little figure and all this other goofy stuff people do on Facebook. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. You're missing the point. All that's going to fade away. All of it. All of that's going to fade away. And then you're going to be at the end. You're going to be at the end. And then you're going to be wondering, oh my goodness, I'm at the end and I ain't got nothing. But all this time I'm tracing around the world and, buying all these cars and these expensive houses and taking all these goofy photos on for Facebook and Instagram and all this other stuff. You get to the end, then you're going to be like, oh my God, what the heck have I done? What the heck have I done? Then you're looking like, oh, I don't know what happened. Oh, you know what happened. You took it all in the front end. You got all your experiences and all your pleasure in the front. So now you're in the back of the life and you got nothing. See, you got to understand, guys, the hard part of this life is the back end, not the front end. The front end is the easy part. The back end is the hard part. You better prepare for that back end. I'm telling you, the back end is the hard part, guys. Please prepare for it financially. The government is not going to take care of you. Hey, maybe you have a kid or 2 that may take care of you. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I don't want to put that burden on my child. My child got their own life. I don't want to put no burden on them. Now, I do believe they'll do whatever they need to do, but I ain't putting that burden on mine. I'm going to have my own stuff. So if something happened to me, hey, baby, y'all go live y'all life. I'm good. Put me right here. I'm good. And let my assets take care of me. I ain't going to put that burden on my child or nobody else. Lord's will. Lord's will, I ain't going to put that burden on nobody else. My assets I'm going to put that burden on my assets. That's why I'm building them right now. See, my assets are going to be my caretaker. That don't mean my kids don't come help me out and do, but I'm living my life. See, I chose to live a life that was raggedy all the way to the end. Now, all of a sudden, I think somebody's supposed to step in and take care of me because I chose to live a financial raggedy life, not take care of my assets, not build assets, not put myself in I chose all of that, not my kids, not my family members. They didn't choose that for me. I chose to live a raggedy financial life till it gets to the end. Then all of a sudden, oh golly, no one wants to take care of me. No. You got to live a good financial life. You got to prepare for the inevitable. You know good and doggone well if you live long enough, it's coming. Why wouldn't you prepare for it? You know it's coming. Why wouldn't you prepare for it? You ain't going to live for 150 years. You're not going to live for 100 or 200 years. That ain't happening. You know at some point you're going to hit a wall. At some point, Richard Fain going to hit a wall. but by the grace of God, I'm gonna have enough assets to be, when I hit that wall, my assets gonna be there. And I'm not gonna put that burden on my children. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. All I'm telling you guys is it don't catch up to you till it catch up to you. Prepare. Get yourself prepared. Build you some wealth so that you have assets to lean on when you get to that point, when you get to the back end of your life, because it's coming. It's coming. You better prepare. Fourth thing you shouldn't be spending your money on, and that's designer clothes and shoes. Y'all know how I feel about that. That's ridiculous. How do I look when I get on this camera every day? When I do these live streams every day, how do I look? The same. Raggedy t-shirt. When I'm out there walking, doing my thing, what do I look like? Do I get on here looking like I'm some type of GQ magazine photo shoot? No, I don't. Now that don't mean you can't dress nice and do the things you want, but you better be at the enjoyment stage of wealth. Why in the world am I spending $20,000, $30,000 a year on wardrobe and I'm broke? Why? Why am I spending $250 on a pair of tennis shoes and I'm broke? And I'm not building any wealth. I don't have an emergency fund. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, but yet and still I'm spending $250 on a pair of tennis shoes. Or I'm spending $3,000 on a handbag. Or I'm spending $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 on a watch. Why would I do all of that and I'm not where I want to be financially long term? It'd be one thing if I'm in the enjoyment stage of wealth and I built my assets and they generate enough income to pay for all that crap. And then if you want to go do it, knock yourself out because your assets pay for it. But if you're taking your active income, and buying this stuff that's depreciating in value, oh, my watch ain't gonna depreciate. Okay. Go right ahead. Put your money into this stuff. I keep telling y'all guys, it's not an asset unless it generates income. So unless your watch that you wear on your wrist every day generating you some income, it's not an asset. If these designer clothes that you're out here buying, spending $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, trying to do what? Keep up with the Joneses, and which one of the financial killers is that? Which one of the financial killers is trying to keep up with the Joneses, spending $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month on wardrobe and all this other crazy crap? That's pride. That's one of the three financial killers. Pride. See, that's pride because you think, if I don't do this, I'm not keeping up with my friends. If I don't do this, I'm not, that's part of my business motif. That's part of my business motif. I gotta look the part because if I look good, I make money good. That's crap. That's all a lie. If I look good, I make money good. No, that's a lie. In my opinion, you do whatever you got to do. For me, I had like 3 or 4 suits and I wore them every single day for like 10 years straight. My clients didn't care anything about that. They didn't care anything about that. Matter of fact, if I tried to get too successful, that turned them off. See, you got to understand how this real business world works, man. If I tried to get too fancy, if I tried to pull up in a Porsche to one of my clients' office, that turns them off. I don't know who your clients are, but the clients that I work with were self-made millionaires. They were self-made people, 99% of them. Came from the dirt. Built their thing up. So they appreciated somebody that was paying the price. I don't know what business you in. Maybe your business does require you to be in $1,000 suit, $1,500 suit, $2,500 suit. I don't know. Maybe that's your business. But I can tell you this, buddy. You better have something left over here at the end. You better have something put away at the end. Because I can guarantee you them $2,500 suits ain't going to create no income for you on a monthly basis. They ain't going to create no income. No. They're going to be worthless. Worthless. All these, I got $1,000, $2,500 suits. I'm balling out of control. Worthless. Ain't gonna generate no income. I keep telling y'all, before you spend money on something, you better ask yourself, is it gonna create income for me when I get to the golden years? When I get to the golden years, this $5,000 I'm getting ready to spend, is it gonna create any income for me? That's what you better be asking yourself. Oh, I gotta have this $8,000 Submariner, Rolex Submariner. I gotta have it. All the guys at work have it. All the gals have it. All blah, 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 blah. All the stuff we do to talk ourselves into buying crap we don't need. Y'all know how we do. We talk ourselves into it. Well, you know, it is a business expense. Just stupid stuff we talk ourselves into to buy crap we don't need. You better ask yourself, when I get to the golden years, will it create income for me? Will it generate income for me when I can't work? Can this watch generate income for me when I cannot work on a monthly basis? Can this wardrobe generate income for me when I no longer can trade time for money? Can it do that? Can this car generate income for me when I'm no longer trading time for money? You better ask yourself that, guys, before you spend this money. So that's your fourth one, right? Designer clothes. Y'all know how I feel about that. I think if you're spending this kind of money on clothes, it's just a waste. It's a waste, right? It's a waste, in my opinion, for most of us. Yep, there's a unique situation out there where people are highly paid individuals who use this level of status in order to generate more income. That's like 1% of us. The rest of us are just spending money to make the 1% wealthy. There are a segment of people out there, 1%, that utilize this stuff as a carrot to make money. Like 1% of people. Early on in my YouTube days, that's what I did. I used my luxury cars as a carrot to attract eyeballs, to attract attention, so people could watch the videos. See, that can work, but you gotta know what you're doing. See, I didn't buy the cars because I just wanted to sit around and say I got 3 cars. No, I had the cars because I had built wealth, number one. I had enough money and assets to pay for them. But 2, I kept the cars initially because of what? I knew I could use them as a carrot to get eyeballs because I was brand new in this thing. Nobody knew me. But when they saw that Ferrari and they saw what color I was, and they were like, whoa, how this black dude get a 458 Italia? Whoa, how this black dude get a Porsche 911 GT3? Whoa, how this guy gets those 2 plus a Range Rover SVR? Let me pay attention. This guy look like me. Let me pay attention. See, that was the carrot. So only 1% of people know how to do that, though. The rest of us just spend this money on this crap and don't have no business game plan for it. None. It don't put no money in our pocket. The 458, the GT3, all my cars, all the watches, put money in my pocket because they were a carrot. They were a carrot. I made so much money because of those carrots. But that's how to use things like that to generate income. I didn't just use them so that I could get on there for the gram and get on there for Facebook and impress people, but I'm dead broke. I got payments on all of them. No. So if you're going to do that, make sure you got a business plan that makes money. Or don't buy them. Leave them to the 1%, put your money in assets to build wealth. Number 5 thing that you shouldn't be spending money on, and I know some of y'all will totally disagree with this, and that's okay. I'm just giving you my opinion based on my experience. Family and friends. If you're in the building stage of wealth, you got to be careful, guys, of giving money to family and friends. You just do. What's the old saying? You should never lend somebody money that you can't afford not to get back. So if you want to give a family member $1,500, $3,000, $5,000, don't expect it back. Because most times you ain't gonna get it back. My recommendation is talk to your family and friends about what your plan is and what you're trying to get accomplished, and just tell them up front, guys, listen, I can't be your safety net right now. I'm in the process of trying to build my wealth. So every free dollar I have is going into assets. I hope you understand that. I love you. Anything I can do to help without me having to give you a bunch of money, count me in. If you need someone to talk to, hey, better yet, why don't you start sitting with me and let me walk you through some financial principles that you can start applying to your life and start building your wealth. Because guess what? You're gonna get to that wall. You're gonna run into a wall at some point. You're gonna run into a financial wall at some point. Let me show you how to get over that wall and get through that wall. See, that's the conversation you should be having with your family and friends, not enabling them. Oh, here's $1,000. I love you to death. Anything you need. You think that's helping them? No, it's not in most cases. In most cases, it's not helping them. You just putting a Band-Aid on a big old sore that ain't healing. You just putting a Band-Aid on it, temporary. The best thing you can do for your family and friends is turn them on to these financial principles. Turn them on to how they can take the money that they earn, live on less than what they make, live on a plan, stay out of consumer debt, save and invest, because they will hit this financial wall at some point in their life. And if you're not prepared, you're not going to get over that wall. They're going to hit the wall. And you just giving them money without trying to, that ain't helping them. It's not helping them, guys. It's not helping them. So if you want to take your money and give it to your family, then that's your financial response. That's your business. I'm just telling you, if you want to get to this pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, you're going to have to make some tough decisions. See, for me, when I was running hard, I made that decision. I told my family, I said, listen, guys, I ain't the piggy bank. I'm not. I got a plan here that I'm trying to get to. I got a plan that I'm trying to get to. I got a financial plan I'm trying to get to, and that's where all my free money is going. Now, if you want to sit down with me and let's talk about some ways you can right size yourself and get you in a position where you don't have to ask to borrow money, let's do that. Or if you want to talk about some side hustles that you can create more income, let's sit down and look at your budget. Let's look at your financial picture. See, this is what we should be doing with our family and friends. Let's sit down. Let's look at all the income you got coming in, all the income you got going out. And let's see if we can help you right size this thing. Yes, all of these things right here, you got to cut out. Why in the world would I give you $1,000 when you spending $150 a month on streaming services? I mean, I don't know why I would give you my money when you clearly don't care what you spend with your money on. Why would I give you my $1,000 and you here going to get a haircut every single week that's cost you $35 a haircut? Every single week you're doing this. Why would I give you my $1,000 when you clearly are mismanaging your money? Clearly you're mismanaging your money. Why would I give you my $1,000? See, a lot of us think we're helping them. Oh, we love them. We're helping them. No, you're not. You're hurting them. You're hurting them. You're not helping them. You're hurting them. You're not forcing them to grow up and be a financially responsible adult. You're hurting them. You think you're doing your kids a favor by just pacifying them and oh, it'll be fine. No, there's a real world out there, guys. There's a real world out there. You better prepare them. It's a real world out there who don't care nothing about them. Nothing. You better prepare them for this real world and take them out this bubble. You better get them out the bubble you got them in and put them in this real world, because I'm telling you, it's coming. Same thing with your family and friends. You're not helping them by giving them money and they have not changed their behavior with money. You're not helping them. You're hurting them. You are. You are. And better yet, you're hurting yourself, because that $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 you're giving them, that's taken away from your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. All of us are going to hit that wall. Are you going to be prepared when you hit it? You're going to hit it. At some point in our life, we hit the wall. We hit that financial wall. And if you're not prepared, You're not going to be able to get through that wall or get over it, climb over it, get through it. You ain't, boop, you're going to stuck. So talk to your family and friends. Tell them that, listen, I'm in a wealth building transfer period right now. I'm in a wealth transfer period for the next 10 years. I ain't got no money to lend y'all. I have time to talk with you. If you want to get on this wealth transfer blueprint with me, guess what? Come on, let's do this thing together. Let's build this wealth together. Let's sit down and look at your budget. Let's sit down. Okay, let's figure out a way to get your secondary income. Let's talk about some side hustles. Let's talk about this consumer debt that you have. Let's talk about ways to get you out of this consumer debt. And then ultimately, let's talk about how to get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's the conversation you should be having with your family and friends, guys. Not enabling them. Not telling them, oh, it's going to be okay. Just don't worry about it. Keep praying. Listen, guys, I'm a Christian. Number one priority in my life is God and Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. That's my number one priority in my life. My number two priority is my family, my children. Those are the two top priorities in my life. I pray a lot, but I also understand my God gives me choices. I can pray and say, God, give me clarity. Guess what? He gives me clarity. But if I don't do anything with that clarity, that ain't God's fault. That's my fault. See, when I was 26 years old, I said, Lord, I'm broke, no job, no net worth. What do I got to do? He said, Richard, you got to get a job. You got to go to work. But you got to be a good steward of that money that you make. Be a good steward. Be the very best man you can be. Be better tomorrow than you were today. That's what I do. Do I fall short? Absolutely. I fall short a lot. But I also know my God is a forgiving God, but my God gives me a choice. See, you got a choice, guys, what you do with your money. No one is forcing you to go make the 1% wealthy. You do that willingly. These 5 things I just walked you through, you do it willingly. That ain't got nothing to do with God and all this, but pray and God gonna take it away from you. No, he not. God already told you you're a king. God had already told you you're a queen. You were put here to prosper. That's written in the book. That's in the book. So what you waiting on? It's in the book. It's in the book. What you waiting on? It's already been prophesied. It's in the book. I'm a king. I was put here to prosper. See, that's in the book. The book is law. All I got to do is do what? Execute. It's in the book. All I got to do is execute. That's all I got to do. God said, listen, man, it's in the book. All you got to do is execute. See, that's the choice he gives us. Now, I can choose not to execute, and then I don't live up to my potential that's in the book. The book says, if you execute, this is what happens. All you got to do is execute. I'm just saying, guys, you take it how you want to take it, but it's in the book. If you're a believer, it's in the book, guys. We are kings and queens. We were put here as the highest priority over everything. We were put here as the highest priority. It's in the book. We just got to execute. All right, so let's move on and let's talk quickly about some things that we can do to get to this pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, or at least give ourselves the opportunity to get there, and then we're going to button this thing up and get out of here. So I think there are 10 things, right? And you may not agree with all 10, guys, and that's okay. You ain't got to agree with all 10, but I'm going to give you my 10 because it's my YouTube channel, and I think it's worth the 10 worth considering, right? So here we go. Number 1, set a clear and achievable financial goals. The road to becoming a millionaire or financial freedom starts with a clear destination. Now, you guys that have been rocking with me, haven't I said that? Haven't I been telling you guys that? Before you can put a plan together, what do you need to know? Your destination. See, y'all think I just be saying this stuff, but it's backed up. If I'm going to put a plan together, my plan starts with figuring out what my destination is. Then I put the plan together. All right, looks like I'm having a little difficulties. Can you guys hear me okay? Guys, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Anybody in the chat, can you hear me okay? Okay, good, perfect. Y'all let me know if I break up now. I'm gonna try to get to these 10 things real quick and then we're gonna move on. So set a clear and achievable financial goals. That's the number one thing we need to do, right? We gotta know what our destination is. Number 2, adapt an entrepreneurial mindset. Now, even though I'm working for somebody, guys, I still should be thinking like a business owner. Even if I'm working for someone else, I should be looking at myself as a business, right? When I go into that job, I'm a business. I'm a business. Everything I do, I'm a business. I'm here to do what? Make revenue, right? I'm here to make revenue. I got to think of myself as a business. I can't think of myself as an employee. I can't, right? It says this: adapting an entrepreneur's mindset is a vital stepping stone on the path to amassing personal wealth and becoming a self-made millionaire / financial freedom, right? You have to adapt an entrepreneur's mindset. And an entrepreneur's mindset is what? I got to get out here and get it every day. I eat what I kill. I cannot depend on this employer. So I'm going to add side hustles. I'm going to add multiple streams of income because I don't want to have one income controlling what I do with my life, controlling my financial freedom. I need more than one income. I need multiple incomes. I need to treat myself like a business, right? That's number 2. Number 3, invest in your education and skill development. You got to invest in yourself, guys. A lot of times when people take my 1-hour financial sessions, I always tell them in my response to them when they ask me about it, I say, it's an investment in you, not in me. I'm already at the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I already paid the price. I'm there. If you want my experience for 25 years, invest in yourself and get it. But an hour with me has a dollar amount associated with it. It's not an investment in me because I'm at the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's an investment in you that you're making in yourself. So just know that. Invest in your education and skill development. That doesn't mean you go out there and get scammed with some get-rich-quick scheme. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about actually increasing your skill set so that you're more valuable to the marketplace. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about you, oh, I bought this course for $5,000 and it's going to teach me how to buy tax deeds. What? No. Take that $5,000 and advance and get your skill set better so you add more value to the marketplace. I've already told you guys this one. Here's number 4. Create multiple income streams. See, I'm coming at you with this stuff because it's real. Number 4, create multiple income streams. Self-made millionaires rarely rely on single sources of income. Rarely do they rely on single sources of income. The key is to ensure your additional income streams align with your skills and interests, thus increasing your chances of success. Anybody that talks to me about side hustles, I tell them the same thing. You should build 2 lists. One list that you build is things that you already do that you find pleasure in that you don't get paid for right now. They call them hobbies. Write down all your hobbies, one being the best hobby and all the way down to the least best hobby. Those are your interests that you already do that you don't get income from. The second list is going to be things that you want to learn how to do that you have an interest in. So you got 2 lists that you're working off of when you're building side hustles, right? That's exactly what these folks are saying here. The key is to ensure your additional stream align with your skills and interests, thus increasing your chances of success. That's how you increase your chances of success. Let's move on to number 5. Live within your means and invest. What are those 2? That's 2 of the 4 financial principles. Live on less than what you make, live on a plan, stay out of consumer debt, save and invest. That's their number 5. Live within your means and invest. Wealth accumulation is not solely about making money. It's about keeping it. Have you ever heard me say that before? Wow, isn't that amazing? They're saying the same thing I've been telling you guys for 4 years. Wealth is about what? Income and what you do with that income, which is keeping it. So wealth accumulation is not solely about making money. It's about keeping it. Practice living within your means and resist the temptation to indulge in unnecessary expenses. See, I just gave you 5 things you shouldn't be spending your money on. Those would be unnecessary expenses. That's what they're telling you. Those would be unnecessary expenses, right? Let's move on to number 6. Invest in high return opportunities, right? Wealth growth hinges on smart investment decisions. Educate yourself on various investment options from stocks and bonds to high interest savings accounts and real estate. Strategic investing involves a balance of risk and return. So it's essential to access your comfort level with investments and develop a diversified portfolio to protect your wealth. Same thing I've been telling you. Me, personally, when I'm in the building stage of wealth, I'm going to put my money in equities. That doesn't mean everybody in the chat has to put their money in equities. That's what I choose to do with mine because I'm looking for maximum growth. And the only way I get maximum growth is I got to put it in equities, or I got to put it in real estate, or I got to put it in a business. Those are the 3 ways I get maximum growth out of the money that I invest. You may or may not do that, but do something. Number 7, network and build relationships. I agree with that. Surrounding yourself with successful, like-minded people. Anybody remember me talking about gang of 5? I talk about that quite a bit. That's what they're talking about here. Get you a gang of 5. Get you a gang of 5 of people who are already where you want to be. That's what you need. You don't have to be physically around those people. They can be a virtual gang of 5. I could even be one of the people in your gang of 5. But you got to get your mind around people, whether it be virtual or physical. You got to get your mind around people who are already where you want to be. That's how you grow and learn. If I'm hanging around with a bunch of people who have no ambition, who have no desire to get to financial freedom, why would I be hanging around them? If I have ambition and I do want to get to financial freedom, I probably shouldn't be hanging around those people. Birds of a feather flock together. Number 8, be persistent and patient. Oh, that sounds a lot like discipline, consistency, and patience to me. The path to millionaire status or financial freedom status is rarely linear. Persistent effort over time is more likely to yield success than a quick overnight fix. I keep telling y'all, watch out for overnight get-rich schemes. Building wealth is not overnight, guys, for most of us. Some people do get that pleasure, but the majority of us don't have to build it over time. It's not going to just happen overnight. So we have to understand that, be prepared for this long haul. That's basically what they're telling you. The path to becoming financially free is rarely linear. Persistent effort over time is more likely to yield success than a quick overnight fix. Be prepared for setbacks and view them as learning opportunities that can strengthen your resolve. Patience is the virtue that pays off in the long run. Remember, guys, we're going to run into failure, but that's okay. On the other side of failure is success. So get back up, dust yourself off, keep going. Number 9. Number 9 is reiterate and optimize your business model. If you run a business, continually evaluate and refine your business model through customer feedback, market research, and ongoing analysis. You can find ways to improve efficiency, increase productivity, and drive more revenue. Successful business owners are always looking for ways to do things better. So it's wise to use every chance to optimize your operations. Now, if you own a business, that's great. But remember, I told you earlier, you are your business. You are the business. So all of this applies to you. You are the business if you don't own a traditional business. You're the business. For me, I don't own a traditional business. I'm a one-man show. I am the business. I'm the business. I'm okay with that. I'm a one-man show, but I do all of these things that this person in this article just said I should consider. I do all of those things in my one-man business, and I make a bunch of money doing it. So you don't have to have some traditional brick and mortar or employees. You're the business. Number 10, give back and pay it forward. I couldn't agree more. That's what I do on this channel, is I give back and I pay it forward. I give back and pay it forward. Wealth is not only about accumulation, but also about the positive impact it can make. I tell you guys that all the time. People first, money second. I do this because of the people. I do these one-on-ones, I do these live streams, I do these other videos because of the impact I believe it can make in people's lives. How do I judge that? Because people tell me. People keep coming back watching the videos. People email me. They DM me. So I get instant feedback to know the impact that I'm making in others' lives. Give back, pay it forward. Wealth is not only about accumulation, but also about the positive impact you can make. Once you have achieved financial success, consider giving back to your community or supporting causes you are passionate about. This not only helps those in need, but it also shapes your legacy. And you can bring fulfillment beyond financial gain. I always tell you that, guys. I'm chasing purpose and I'm chasing passion. And that's what I get to do every single day. I chase my purpose and I chase my passion. Those are the 10 things, guys, that you should be doing. And we'll go over these again in future videos because I know I went pretty quick. My recommendation, if you missed them and you didn't write them down, go back through the video when it turns into a video format and write them down. If you didn't get all of those 5 things you should not be spending money on, go back and write them down, guys. So I gave you 5 things you shouldn't be spending money on, and I gave you 10 things that'll help you get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So it's up to you. Again, you make the choice. You got to make the choice. You're a king. You're a queen. It's in the book. All you got to do is make the choice. All you got to do is execute, and it's yours. And it's yours. And I think they summed it up perfectly. It's not about the money. It's about the freedom. It's about the choices. And it's about the time. That's what it's all about, guys. Getting more of those 3 things at some point in your life. More freedom, more time, and more choices. That's what it's all about. That's what's in the book. So if you want what's rightfully yours, get out here and execute and take what's rightfully yours, right? Well, guys, I appreciate you. If you want up to 15 free stocks, Moo is going to give you up to 15 free stocks when you open a Moo brokerage account. You put $100 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. You put $1,000 in your new brokerage account, they're going to give you 15 free stocks. Again, guys, it's about execution. It's about execution and what? Action. Execution and action. There's a link down in the description box of this video. If you want that Moo offer, click on the Moo link. Open up your Moo account. Put you some money in it. And then send me an email and say, hey, Richard, I opened my Moo account. I put money in it. I'm ready to start building wealth. Send me that wealth transfer blueprint video that outlines the 3 big boy blue chip assets you're buying that you believe will double your net worth over the next 10 years. And I'll send you that video. Now, you can copy my plan or create your own plan. I'm not your financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do. I'm sending you the video so that you know what I'm doing. And if you want to copy that plan, there's no law against you copying that plan. It's not illegal for you to copy that plan. It's just a plan that I got from somebody else too. But I think it's a plan that gives me an opportunity to double my net worth in 10 years. And that's the plan, guys. Got to be in this thing for 10 years. You got to commit to something for 10 years that could change your financial life. Commit to it for 10 years and change your financial life. Remember, we talked about patience all through this video. We talked about patience. We talked about what? Execution, right? We talked about it's in the book. It's written in the book. We're kings and queens. We're put here to prosper. It's in the book, but we got to execute on it. Nothing's going to be given to us. We got to execute on it. So if you want that video, send me that email and I'll send it to you. I also did a Moo tutorial. So if you open your Moo account, which is linked down in the description box, get up to 15 free stocks, put some money in it, send me an email and say you did that and you want the Moo tutorial. I'll send you both videos, the wealth transfer blueprint video, and I'll send you the Moo tutorial video. All I'm trying to do, guys, is help you collapse time frames and get you investing quicker. Now, the Moo brokerage app itself is a plethora of information. That's the expert. I'm not the expert. The Moo brokerage app is, because it has in-app tutorials for everything. How do I invest in stocks? It got a tutorial. What about options? Got a tutorial. Right? It has all the information you need. My video just gives you a quick guide through the app to show you where things are, show you how to trade, show you where other things are. But ultimately, the Moo app itself is the expert, not me. But again, I want to get you off to a fast start. I want to get you to a point where you're transitioning yourself from a consumer to an investor and starting to buy what? Assets that do what? Build wealth. Get yourself out of this consumer mindset where all you're doing is buying liabilities and creating debt for yourself. So get yourself over here as an investor. Start today. Hit that link down in the description box for that Moo offer. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. Hit the thumbs up for me, guys, before you get out of here. I appreciate y'all rocking with me on this Saturday morning. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I got to go to my daughter's track meet. She has a track meet today. She's running 100 meters. She's also a 200-meter girl. She also runs on the 4x100 team. And she also is a hell of a 400-meter runner as well. She just don't really like the 400. But if you ask me, that's a ticket, the 400, right? So I got to go check her out. I will be putting some edited content up later this afternoon, so be on the lookout for that. And then, of course, you guys know I'll be back tomorrow morning, Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll be talking about some more financial stuff to get you to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So lock it in with a thumbs up if you appreciate the content. That's just a quick way of saying, Richard, we rock with you. We appreciate your commitment to helping us get to financial freedom. We appreciate your commitment to helping us realize that we're a king and a queen and we're here to prosper. It's in the book, right? It's in the book. So lock it in for me if you agree with that and you appreciate that content. And like I said, I'm gonna be here every day, Lord's will. I'm gonna be here every day dropping these nuggets. And if you want the nuggets and you want to execute and you're not in a situation where you want to be a consumer for the rest of your life and you want to get to an investor and get to your wealth, lock in, man. Lock into these videos, lock into these live streams. If you can't get them live, go back and watch them in the video format. But you gotta feed your mind, guys. You feeding it somewhere. Somewhere you're feeding your mind. Either you can feed it with financial information that's positive that you can execute on, or you can feed it over here with entertainment and useless information. You're going to feed it one way or the other. It's up to you what you feed it, right? So just remember that. Like I said, lock it in with a thumbs up before you get out of here. I also want to say for all you wonderful people that super chatted me, thank you, man, and gals, men and women, whoever it was, thank you. I appreciate the super chats. You guys are wonderful. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate you trusting me with your time and then saying, hey, man, we appreciate the content. Here's a little something for you. Thank you. I appreciate all the super chats. Well, guys, thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.